Hey guys, this is Chandni Otwani and welcome back to my channel. And today we have Mr. Ravi with us, and he has 13 years of experience in his field, and I'm really grateful for him to give his time to me. It's nearly 10:30 p.m. I'm shooting, and I'm really thankful to him for this valuable time. So let's see how was his journey so far, and what was his experience, and what tips he has to give. So can you tell something about yourself, Mr. Ravi?
Yeah, hi, my name is Ravi, and I have, as you said, 13-year experience in retail and sales, and I have done my graduate in accounts honors, and I have done my PG in retail and marketing, and I have done from ILM Institute. It's basically in Delhi, and ILM Institute of Higher Education in Gurgaon. So this basically program was I have done retail management, and this program basically it was a tie-up with the Future Group, and we know that in India Future Group is a renowned retail company. It's a pioneer of Indian retail, Mr. Kishore Biani. So this program retail management was like 2-year full-time program, and in that like a normal MBA you'll have a summer training, and there are additional training also. So it was a very good program. So I have given an entrance exam, and I got selected in normal GDPI and all. I got selected in this program. So this one advantage was in this program, like if you have successfully completed this program, then you will get a job opportunity. So this kind of assurance was there in this program. So once you have done graduation, and after that if you are looking some program you have to do, and you want to establish your career, so definitely you will look, okay, if there is a surety is there, then I should go with this program. So the same thing happened with me also, and so I opted this program, and after that I got a job with Future Group, and I have started my career in 2008 August, and with the format like Big Bazaar. And Big Bazaar is really, if someone wants to really learn a retail and wants to know the retail, how retail works, then Big Bazaar platform is a really very dynamic platform. It will give you a good learning, excellent learning. So how to deal with customer, how to do the business, how's the customer behavior, and how Big Bazaar and Mr. Kishore Biani were very impactful to how to pull Indian customer in Big Bazaar. So that's how my professional journey starts. So I worked with Future Group close to 3 years, from 2008 to 2011, and then again I got opportunity with Landmark Group. It's also a very renowned company, and it's the format like in India, Lifestyle, Max Fashion, Home Center. So these are the very renowned format for Landmark Group.
So sorry to interrupt, but can you just tell us about how did you enter in Landmark? How was your interview process, and how was that? Your experience, and how tough it was during back those times.
I got passed out my MBA in 2008, and that particular year was that very tough year.
Yeah.
So it was across world there was very huge financial recession in US. That all Lehman Brothers, all these financial banks and all is got this financial market got crashed, and so India was also like a part of this. So in India also there was a recession kind of thing. So the motive was like somehow get job and at least settle for 2-3 year or 1 year, if you like or don't like the job, but you have to be. So yes, I spent 3 years, and then I was looking okay, I should look something, I should change the company. Then I got opportunity from one of a consultant from Naukri.com, and basically this Landmark opportunity I got for abroad, and this Muscat, so Oman capital.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So there, like I got a call from one of consultancy, and then they finalized the one day, and I have to be there for that particular day, because the company HR and like operation head, yeah, some high profile people, they'll flown to India, and then they'll some hotel, some place they'll conduct the interview. So similar happened with me, and in Gurgaon there was exactly, I don't remember the hotel name, but their interview was there from 10 a.m. morning to 6 p.m.
Okay.
So I went, and I was that time in Delhi NCR in Panipat that time. So one day before I went to Gurgaon, and then I attended the interview. It was very good, and all well, all went well.
So, what do you think? Which question was for you the entrance question?
Basically, what I felt that because it's a different country, and they were looking some those who are having very hands-on experience in people management, and as well as very good in those have a good numerical skill, analytical skill, I mean to say, and who have a very good P&L or balance sheet knowledge, and of course the problem solving skills,
Okay.
and then the team handling. So actually, someone who is very good in this, and someone who really, who can go there and stay and to perform.
Okay.
So that kind of quality basically they were looking, and so I have done with the interview, and on a spot they have given an opportunity. So they said that you take your time, and then you can tell whether you are coming with us or not.
So, for how long you were there?
I was there with them 3 years, 2018, 2011 to 13.
Okay. So, can you tell us about your current profile and location and?
Basically, 2013, December, I came back from Muscat, and right now I'm in Bangalore, and here I work with Spar, but currently I'm working with Tata, one of venture Chroma. So I'm working as a senior manager, in operation.
So that's really a nice thing. He has done MBA and now he is a senior manager in Chroma in Bangalore, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So now, Ravi, being MBA these days, would you suggest anyone to do MBA? Like there are so many type of MBAs these days, distance courses and part-time, full-time. What are your views on that? Was it there like during your time?
MBA is definitely it's very good, and master degree, master in computer application. Like similarly, in someone wants to do in any company, wants to excel in a managerial profile, there is a minimum requirement of MBA. So of course MBA is really, that time was also very demanding, course, and right now also it is there, because I think in coming time also it will be there, because every company needs a good and quality manager. So for that, they definitely look for minimum criteria, like a candidate should have an MBA degree.
Okay.
So now it's your second question, like specialization. Yes, this part that time also marketing, retail was a completely new, because from 2004 and all there was every day if you go through a newspaper you will get so retail is a booming sector, and hardly 1.5-2% is a retail organized sector that time. So now also I think 4% approx is organized, rest all is organized. So there is a huge opportunity. That's why I have opted also this retail management program. So and similarly HR is a very this particular specialization is a very renowned and very old one. So like a long time back, if you go any company you will find HR, and most of the HR definitely they'll have an MBA degree in HR specialization. Similarly in finance, and there is a MBA in IT, MBA in supply chain. So nowadays different vertical you will find different specialization, and if you want to specialize and you want to get good knowledge for that particular field only, definitely you should go with supply chain, you should go with analytics, you should go with IT, you should go with the finance, you should go with the marketing. Yes, as far as job is concerned, definitely you will get more number of job in the sales and marketing.
Okay.
But yes.
So still, if you want to, give 3 demanding streams, what would they be?
Of course, as I said, like sales and marketing is, it will be always huge demand. So yes, number one would be sales and marketing,
Okay.
because this particular field you will get more and more job. So people who has done MBA in sales and marketing, it's a very easy to get job. Easy. You can get job.
Okay, so
It's up to you.
there
You
are
have
more
to,
chances.
Yeah, you have to work hard. You have to be with the market trend, and you have to excel in in your career.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean nothing is easy. But yes, getting job is compared to other stream. Here you will get more job.
Okay.
It's up to you. You have to get that job.
Okay, and rest too?
The rest too is it depends. When someone is having good interest in finance, yes, and they should go with the finance. But like someone is having these days analytics and all is a good demand is there, so you can opt that one also. So that program in coming time will have a more demand, and finance would be the third as per right now.
Okay, there is certain point in our lives where we want to do MBA, and then it really becomes very difficult to choose. Okay, so these are the streams you told that can be chosen, but how do you approach and how do you see, how it clicks that you want to go for this one? So can you give some tips and suggestions on how one can actually analyze and see where he or she has to go?
Yeah, it's a really very good question. So let's say you have done your graduation, then after you can do MBA because the master degree program.
Yeah.
And so first of all, graduation is almost you will be around 2021 that time, and you have to be very clear that what you have to do.
Exactly.
If someone wants to go for MBA, so where is your interest? Where you can do better? What is your interest area? So let's say if you are thinking for MBA, that you have to be clear. Those who wants to do MBA I suggest you have to be very clear what you are going to do.
Okay.
And if you are not clear, then you can take a suggestion with those who have already done MBA and some experienced person. Yeah, those who you can trust and you know that he is good in that. So you can take a suggestion, and accordingly, and as a person, which area you are good and which area you can do better. So similarly, you can choose your career option accordingly, as per me. So, but it's not easy. But yes, as I said, you can take if you are not very sure, you can take a suggestion from different, and then accordingly you just analyze, and then you can go accordingly. So in my case, although I have done BCom and I'm accounts honors, and but still I have chosen MBA and in retail. I'm very good in number and P&L balance sheet, but still I have chosen a retail. So there is a story I was thinking that I'll do CA, but due to some circumstances, I have not opted that program. I opted MBA, and so this program was there is a job, and if you successfully complete this program, you will get a job with a very reputed and renowned company.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing that catch me, and I opted this program. So, but for others, yes, you have to be very clear, and you have to let's say someone is very good in think that I can do better in marketing, yes, they should. I mean, he or she should go with the marketing. If someone is very good in finance and number, they are very good in P&L and balance sheet, definitely they should go with the finance, MBA finance. If someone is not going with C and all, there is a multiple program like CFA and but MBA finance for those people definitely it's good. And like HR, those are having very good human resources skill and who is having very, they can manage and they can recruitment and all, they have interest, they can opt this HR program. Similarly, others like supply chain, because it's a very good and unique program. If you see in any company, you will get a supply chain department, be it in retail, be it in pharma, be it in IT, be it any field if you go, you will find a supply chain. If you go a deep supply chain study, it's a very good program and very so people who have an interest, they can go with this program.
Okay, that's really very informative, and I hope it really helps everybody out who is looking for MBA. So Ravi, as you were telling, you had been to NCR for your job and Muscat, and now you are residing in Bangalore, right?
Correct.
So with all these different cities and country itself, so how was your experience with respect to these places? I mean, was it like way too different for you, or it was more or less same?
No, of course not. I mean, it can't be more or less same. As far as if you are going in a different country, definitely people will be different. Their mindset will be different. Their walking style will be different. Their interest will be different. Their tolerance and all is each and everything will be different.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm just sharing the few example in Muscat. When I went there, and that country is a very beautiful and very peaceful country. The people, the local people, they are very honest and they are very humble. Down to earth. And so they are very honest. And if you something wrong also, something extra. Since I was in retail and let's say they got something extra. Very next day they will come and they will return back to you.
Okay.
So that kind of people, and they are very emotional. And you have to tackle, especially some subordinate working under you, have to tackle them very safely and carefully. And similarly, different like country like Sri Lanka and Bangladeshi, Egyptian, and different countries. So they have a different mindset. So the one very good learning like the manpower and team handling, and you have to understand those people, and you have to take best from them. So that was very good learning and interesting learning, and I'm really thankful, and I'm still utilizing those things.
Okay.
Yeah. And as far as India also, like northern and south part, yes, it's totally different. So I have started my career in Delhi NCR. So there you will find mostly like north people, and Bihar, UP and Punjabis and others. So in south you will get more blend of mix, like north also and south people. North side you will not find much southern people.
Yeah.
But here you will find since Bangalore is a cosmopolitan city, and here you will find north people also and south people. So it's a mix of things, and it's really good to work with different places.
So there is like kind of a hype about MBA colleges. When we talk about MBA, we always look forward for some reputed or renowned colleges, okay, like IIM or such colleges. So what are your views about it? Is it really necessary if you want to go for MBA? We have to go with some standard of colleges. What's the difference? Obviously there are some limited seats in such colleges, and not everybody can afford it as well. So what are your views?
See, if you talk about colleges, my point of view is also similar, like what you have. So yes, top colleges like IIMs and other top institutions like Narsi Munji, Jamnalal Bajaj, and these are other top 15-20 institutes. Those institutes are really good. If you are completing your PG from these institutes, definitely you will get a good job. and your career path will be very, I mean, you will get good company and good salary packages.
Okay.
But for getting admission, it's not easy. You have to, you have to be good in your academics. You have to be good in your communication. You have to good in like all parameters, like what they are. First of all, you have to get good percentile in a CAT, then GDPI, and then you will get shortlisted in these institutes, and you have to perform well, and then you will get a good job. But yes, if you are getting admission in these institutes, your I mean, initial career is I mean, almost set. But everyone will not get admission in this, because might you will not have a good percentile, and you might not have somewhere you are a bit lacking in certain area. So see, the only thing is like एक कहावत है हिंदी में कि या तो पहले आप अच्छे से मेहनत कर लो, फिर बाद में शायद आपका लाइफ काफी स्मूथ हो जाएगा और आपको उतना मेहनत ना करना पड़े उस वे में, या तो आप इजी वे में एडमिशन ले लो, फिर उसके बाद फिर मेहनत करो। तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको मेहनत तो हमेशा करना है, या तो पहले कर लो या बाद में कर लो। तो इस सिनेरियो में यदि आप पहले अच्छे से मेहनत कर लेते हो, although if you are those who are very good, like someone has I mean IIT background and is very good institutes, they have done BE, and then for them it's very easy to get top institutes. And for those like I mean they're not I mean BE, and they also, it's not like that they are not getting good institutes, but for them they have to have good academics and they have to get good percentile. But average institute also, it's not like that ki average institute people, they are not I mean they will not do good in the career. I can tell you ample of people I know, those who are not with premium B schools, but still they are in a good position. So it's depend upon person to person how your skill set, what kind of skill set you have, how is your thought process, and once you entered in a work field, how you are doing I mean work, and how you are solving the issue, how you are brush up your skill set, and how you go through your career. So it depends. But for yes, if you are with a good institute, definitely you will have a very bright and initial very good starting. Correct.
तो उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ कही कि मेहनत तो करनी पड़ेगी। हमें लगता है कि हम शायद MBA करते हुए बच जाएं, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। कुछ पाना है तो उसके लिए तपना ही पड़ता है। Okay, so I had some list of questions asked from different people about MBA. In that, there was one question about, many a time it happens that people often get confused about doing a MBA after BTech.
Correct.
So what are your views? I mean, is it okay doing MBA after BTech?
Yes, if you see like if you are a BTech personnel, and definitely I think BTech people also should do MBA. It depends upon person to person. Like if you think that you have to do MBA, then you should. But if you ask me, yes. Because if you are in engineering field also, you have to be a manager, and certain time after some time you will be a manager. And if you are you have MBA degree and you have done MBA, then definitely that will help you to perform that profile, and you can manage. You will have a additional skill set, I can say. So definitely that will help you. If you see, nowadays, most of the premium, BE schools, they will have an MBA also, and they will have from a top institution, as well. And even though other like BTech students also, they will have an MBA degree. So degree is always good. If you have an MBA degree, over and above BTech, then definitely that will help you, all the time. So if you ask me, definitely BTech person should also, if someone is having interest and they wants to go MBA, they should.
So guys, this is a very important question. Everybody gets stuck deciding for MBA after BTech, and as you can see, as you can hear him saying that it's really worth it, you can really go for it. So, with your so many years of experience, can you give like 3 suggestions for those who are doing MBA?
Yeah, from my point of view, 3 tips for those who are doing MBA. Uh, like focus on reading more and more books, more any books, yeah, any like principle of marketing, any books if you are ready. So try to read more and more author, and try to correlate with the theoretical thing with the practical thing. Like don't be stick on only theoretical part. You have to just think a practical thing also. So correlate those things with the practical way, because once we'll go out from college, that time practical thing will help you. So that is the one thing. And second thing, like you know yourself ki what is your strength and weaknesses. So you know ki this is my weakness, so you work on those things very first day. So once you will pass out and once you will go in a job, that time that weakness will not hinder your growth, you're getting success. So like someone is having not good communication skill, उसका communication skill अच्छा नहीं है, so it's not a one day thing. You have to you start working from day one. So after passing out, there is no issues is like, so once you go and you can crack in an interview, and the people especially in MBA, after that it's a very basic requirement in a market. You have to have a good communication skill.
Okay.
And the third thing, like participate more like projects, more like if any company organizing some for 4 days 5 days seminar or work, participate in those things, because that will give you real time experience that will help you once you will pass out and once you will go for a job. So these are the 3 things, 3 tips I think definitely it will help those who are doing MBA. And one thing, like if during a program initial for 5-6 months, everyone need to study like same paper and same everyone will be the same, but after certain like 6-7 months you will get a specialization. So although you are having you already decided that this is specialization is fine for me and I want to go with like marketing or finance, although after studying you feel that no, this thing I can do better, so you have to be very clear, yes, I am going to choose this one and that I can do better. So you have to be very clear. So these are the things that definitely help.
So this is very helpful, and I really hope that you understand what exactly he wanted to convey. Here I would like to mention one thing, that once we enter in any college, any stream, any field, we in the beginning are not very serious about things about our career, but then later on after few years we really do regret that. So whatever he told out of his experience, I understood that it is very important that you are very careful and attentive towards yourself so that you can actually excel in your career. So when you did your MBA, you got your placement through your those programs, but could be easy for you, or maybe little when you are out in the market and actually hunting for a job. So what tips you would like to give for the ones who has done MBA and are actually on the field roads hunting for the job?
I got your question, like you were saying those who are not getting a job through campus placement.
Mm-hmm.
So for those people, how will helpful to get a job?
Yeah.
If I am not wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So those people not getting job through campus placement. So you have already completed your program. The first thing, you utilize your reference from the day one. Like in MBA you do your summer internship.
Mm-hmm.
You visit so many companies. You meet with the people. So you utilize those people and you just check whether you have this specialization and whether in their company they have, this is the first thing, they
Okay.
have certain such requirement. Don't think about the salary and package initially. You just check there, whether you are getting your initial job or breakthrough or not. So this is the first thing, you just check. Not in only that, even you just check how best you can check your reference in your family, in your wherever you done summer internship, wherever you visited in a company. So utilize all the reference. The second thing, you make one very good and professional resume and post in all job portal like Naukri, Monster and all. Monster although is good for those who are having experience. For fresher, yes, it's good, but not like Naukri. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong also. But Naukri and other so many portal is there.
Yeah.
You just connect with so many social site like LinkedIn and all is there, because they're all is professionally work ex people is there, and that is a only job related portal, nothing else. Everyone there share their experience and also be available there and try search and post I'm a fresher, I'm looking a job and I have done MBA and with so and so specialization. So definitely people will go through, and someone is having a requirement, definitely you come across with a job. And job portal, you just refresh and update your profile daily basis. So let's say 2 to 3 times morning, 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock the office will start, and once this HR people will searching the candidates.
Yeah.
So there are billion resumes it will be floating in the Naukri.com.
Yeah.
So it's up to, as a candidate, you have to update daily basis twice, thrice, and especially in morning hour, don't forget to do so. Your resume will be in the upper, and once recruiter is searching, so might your resume will come on top, and you might get a call. So these are the 2-3 tips that definitely will help you to getting a job.
So this was really helpful. Even I didn't know about this thing in Naukri, and I don't update it like everyday basis, but I'll definitely do it. And
Yeah, it's helpful if
yeah.
you do, and in your whenever you are searching a job, and not only updating, you have to fill your skills properly. Like the specialization you are, and the field you are looking a job. You put your proper skills in in Naukri profile, because
definitely.
recruiters search through skill set. So they will put a skill set, and according to that the resume will come out. So that updation and skill set updation both is equally important.
And that is really very informative, Ravi. And just my last question, that with this hectic schedule in Bangalore, okay, like we have so much of traveling time, then you have so many working hours.
Correct.
So do you have some hobby that you think is really helping you to excel in your professional life as well?
Yeah, since my childhood, I love to listen music. I used to sometimes sing also.
Okay.
Earlier I used to sing, but nowadays not that much. But yes, whenever I get time, I love to sing a song, and
Okay.
love to freak with some musical instrument. Although I don't know, but I just thinking in one day I'll have something some musical instrument
Okay.
I can play in a better way.
I will wish you luck
So,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and yes, this because old musics and the soulful songs I used to listen whenever I get time. Yeah, so that's
So
really-
it helps in your professional life having a hobby.
Yes, see, this is not, for me, and I'll tell to everyone, those who are a working professional, that, working in a private industry, it's not easy. You have to, go through with your jobs, your bosses, your work,
Yeah.
and so many other things. So definitely stress will be there. Yes. So, to overcome stress, you have to have one hobby. and I think music is one of the best hobby, I mean, you should have.
Yeah.
Because if you know, it's not like that ki you only sing a song, yeah, you think. If you know playing one instrument also, that will help a lot. Believe me, when you play some instrument, that time you will not think, anything. You, for that particular 30 minutes, 1 hour, you will be with that only, and you will not think anything. So that is really, I mean, good. And I mean, if you ask me, everyone should have one, hobby. Be anything, depends. Some likes exercise only.
Yeah.
You should do day-to-day exercise. If someone like dancing, you should do dance. So if you do that, that particular time, like 30 minutes, 1 hour, you will be in that only. So that will heal your, all these
Stress,
things.
yeah,
Yes.
true. So guys, this is really very, very important. In my every video, I always come up with this thing that one should have one hobby, and you try to give your everyday little time to that hobby. It really makes you stress free, be more at peace and happy. So I hope this video is really useful for you, and whatever Ravi has told must be very informative. I'm very sure of it. And if you have any questions, any query about MBA or related stuff, you can put on my comment below. I'll make sure that Ravi respond to it. And so I'll also mention his contact details in my description below, and you can contact him directly for any queries if you have.
Hi guys, it's now 11:30 and still she's recording a video for you guys. So if you think that if anything really helpful and informative, do like and subscribe her channel. There is a bell icon, and you can press bell icon and subscribe the channel, and then press the bell icon. So you will get such informative and video, and you will get a notification, so you will not get missed out all this thing. And she will definitely, she is working hard to for you guys. So it's not like one trend video. So she is giving different video for all people having requirements. So yes, and if you find like this video is really helpful, please like and subscribe and share this video with your near and dear one, friends, family, so this can help to others. Thank you.
So thank you, Ravi, for this, and have a nice day. Thank you.